When you were a child, did you ever cut out the continent on a map of the world and try to make them fit together like a jigsaw puzzle? If you did, you must have noticed that some of these coastlines fit perfectly next to each other, such as the east coast of South America matching perfectly with the west coast of Africa. The Earth is always changing. The planet never stays the same for very long. Over millennia, it has developed in many ways to become the version we are familiar with today. However, this version will also not last forever, and even now, the Earth is changing slowly and subtly in many little ways. Who knows how it might look in the future? But we do know something about how Africa is going to change in the future. The continent of Africa is one of the most important parts of the Earth today, not only for humanity, but for all life. It is where the majority of the Earth's remaining species of unique flora and fauna reside. Africa has the youngest population in the world, with 1.4 billion people. It accounts for about 20% of the world's population. With the youthful nature of its population, the vast territory in terms of land, the diversity of flora and fauna, and the rich natural resources the continent provides, Africa will undoubtedly have a huge role to play in determining the future of our planet. If you look at a map of the world today, you will see that a portion of the east coast of Africa fits almost perfectly with the west coast of the Indian subcontinent. Now, why is that? Well, let's delve into the fascinating relationship between Africa and India. Did you know that the country of India also shares a number of similarities with Africa as a continent? Firstly, India too has a massive population of over 1 billion people, and this population is quite young as well. While it may not have the same amount of land and resources as Africa due to its limited size, India is not lacking in terms of biodiversity at all. It is home to a variety of different flora and fauna that inhabit vastly different environments, from the harsh heat of the Thar Desert to the mountainous regions of the towering Himalayas. Millions and millions of years ago, the Earth was not as it is today. The continents were not separated by oceans, but were actually all joined together as one gigantic landmass known as Pangea. So how did this huge piece of land break up into the continents we are familiar with today? The answer lies in the concept of plate tectonics. Tectonic plates are large plates that make up the Earth's surface. The theory of plate tectonics states that these plates have been moving around for over 3.5 billion years and have caused the formation of the continents as we know them today. When tectonic plates move and collide with each other, they cause many geological processes to happen, resulting in the splitting of continents and the formation of mountain ranges. In the past, when Pangea was beginning to break into smaller continents about 250 million years ago, the land that is now India was actually joined to what is East Africa today. As the supercontinent began to split apart, these two land masses drifted away from each other. However, their journey was far from over. Around 50 million years ago, India, still a separate landmass, started moving northwards at a significant speed. It was on a collision course with the Eurasian plate, which includes the present-day continent of Asia. As India collided with Asia, it resulted in the incredible geological phenomenon that we know today as the formation of the Himalayas. The collision between the two land masses was a powerful and forceful event. The tremendous pressure and energy generated by the impact caused the Earth's crust to crumple and fold, giving rise to the towering Himalayan mountain range. The Himalayas continue to rise even today, albeit at a much slower pace. They are the highest mountain range on Earth, stretching across several countries including India, Nepal, Bhutan, and Tibet. While Africa and India have already had their encounter, resulting in the formation of the Himalayas, their story doesn't end there. Geologists and scientists predict that Africa and India may have another rendezvous in the future. Due to the ongoing movement of tectonic plates, it is projected that Africa and India will gradually move closer to each other once again. In fact, there is evidence to suggest that the eastern coast of Africa is currently moving closer to the western coast of India at a rate of a few centimeters per year. This movement is a result of the ongoing activity along the East African Rift System, a geological rift zone that stretches across several countries in Eastern Africa. While the process is incredibly slow, spanning millions of years, it is plausible that Africa and India may collide again in the distant future. If this collision were to occur, it could have significant geological and environmental implications. The collision zone would experience intense tectonic forces, potentially leading to the formation of new mountain ranges, seismic activity, and volcanic eruptions. Looking even further into the future, it is essential to note that the Earth's continents are constantly in motion. Over millions of years, they will continue to drift and reconfigure. While the future configuration of the continents remains uncertain, it is fascinating to consider the potential scenarios. If Africa and India were to collide once more, it could result in a significant alteration of the Earth's land masses. The merging of these two large continents would reshape coastlines, create new mountain ranges, and impact global climate patterns. The redistribution of land and the formation of new geological features would undoubtedly have profound consequences for ecosystems and the distribution of species. However, it's important to keep in mind that these changes occur over an immense time scale. The processes shaping our planet are slow and gradual, taking millions of years to unfold. While we can make predictions based on geological knowledge and scientific understanding, the future of Africa and India's collision remains speculative and subject to ongoing research and discoveries. The separation and collision of Africa and India have significantly influenced the Earth's geological and biological landscapes. These events have shaped the breakup of the supercontinent Pangea and the formation of the Himalayas. Although the possibility of a future collision between Africa and India is fascinating, it is important to recognize the slow and gradual nature of geological processes. Studying plate tectonics allows us to speculate on future scenarios while acknowledging the immense forces at work. The ongoing narrative of Earth's geological history will continue to captivate us as we gain insights into our planet's past, present, and future. Through scientific exploration and research, we will uncover more connections and unravel the complex story of our planet's geological evolution. Phew, what a wild ride! We really hope you had a blast checking out how Africa and India will be reunited once more, forming one gigantic continent like they did in the past. If you had a great time, go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts on the video. And hey, if you want to see more awesome content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We are always cooking up fresh videos on fascinating topics from all around the world. Until next time, thanks a bunch for tuning in and catch you later, alligator.